Hello, friends. Welcome to Miss Debbie's Story Time. We're so happy you're here to join us. We have a really fun book to read today, but before we read it, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think giraffes can dance? Good question, isn't it? How do we know if they can dance or not? Is there something that you're good at or not so good at, and you wish you could do it a little bit better? Well, the book we're going to be reading today is about a giraffe who can't dance. And we're going to find out what happens along his journey. Are you ready to go with us? Okay, here goes. You ready, Coco and Clara? They're ready. Here we go. Giraffes can't dance. This book is written by Giles Andrade and Guy Parker Reese. Looks like he can dance pretty good to me. What do you think? Well, let's find out. Oh, we have some monkey friends that are dancing here. Look at that. I think they're called warthogs, and they're having fun dancing too. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh, looked like he buckled too much there and landed flat on his face. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, when every single animal turns up to skip and prance. Jungle dance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald, he felt so sad. Because when it came to dancing, well, he was really very bad. Did you see Gerald's face? Does he look happy? No. Does everyone else look happy? Yeah, it looks like everybody else is having a really good time. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Impressive. The chimps all did a cha-cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Looks like they're all doing a different dance. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor, but the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. Do you think that made Gerald feel good? When they were laughing at Gerald before he danced? I don't think it made him feel very good. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald, the animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Maybe they didn't mean to hurt Gerald's feelings, but would that hurt your feelings if someone said that to you? Yeah, me too. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clod. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so bad before, so sad and so alone. Everybody else is having a really good time. Gerald is looking really sad. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Does he look happy now? Yeah. Excuse me, coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song. That's a good thing to think about. Here's the cricket. Listen to the swaying grass. Listen. And listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to. Look, Gerald is listening. He's listening to all those sounds. He looks like he's a little bit happy again. What a nice friend the cricket is, helping Gerald feel better. With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. Gerald's, look at that. He's making some movements. His hoofs had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying and his tail was swishing round. Go, Gerald! He threw his arms out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Does he look happy? I think he looks really happy. He's doing his own dance. Look at that smile on his face. Gerald felt so wonderful. His mouth was open wide. I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. He's so happy. Look at the animals. It looks like some of them are watching or peeking through. They're coming to see Gerald. Look. They're coming. Then one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream. Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how. But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Gerald felt so happy and so proud of himself. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "Well, we all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." That's perfect. So Gerald found music that he loved. It made him happy, and then he was so comfortable dancing to something that he loved instead of something that everybody else loved. That's a good lesson, Gerald. Thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed this book as much as we did. And before we get started with our craft, Coco and Clara and I thought we might remind you that if you don't take books along on a ride in the car, that you should probably have a bag of books that you can look at whenever you're riding in the car and you're bored or you really want something fun to do. Books are so much fun. Even if you don't know how to read yet, you can look at the pages, look at the words. You can get some idea of what's happening in that book. So if you do have a book bag, change the books up a bit, maybe once a week. And if you don't have a book bag, we'd love for you to start a book bag and take it along with you wherever you go. So, on that note, we are going to get ready to do our Giraffes Can't Dance craft. See you in a minute. Welcome to craft time. For this craft, we are going to need some paper, pencil, a pen or marker, and some crayons. It's really simple. We're going to make our very own dancing giraffe. And Miss Debbie has her sample here that I've used on a white piece of paper. You're also going to need your hand. And what I have done is traced my hand on this piece of paper. Put it down like this, and I traced my hand. And then when I was done, I added a little more length to make a long neck, like Gerald's long neck. So this one I did on white paper, and I needed some colors to fill it in. If you choose to do it on some colored paper, you can use any color you'd like. For today's demonstration, I chose yellow, and what I am going to do is trace my hand. Now for the tracing part, you might need a pen or a pencil or maybe a marker. And all I'm going to do is make my hand a little bit shorter than yours because it won't fit on the entire piece of paper. So what you're going to do is either have an adult help you trace your hand, or you can trace your very own hand. Just hold it down firmly on the paper, on the very top corner or on the top like this, however you'd like. If you want your giraffe standing straight up, you can do it right in the middle. If you want them tilted a little bit here to the left or tilted to the right, it's entirely up to you. So I think I am going to make mine on the top of the paper right here in the middle this time. And I'm just going to take my marker and start tracing. Just like that. This is fun, tracing. And I'm going to stop right there. And this is where I'm going to add a longer neck. So you're just going to make a straight line like this. And there you go. Miss Debbie's going to connect the parts here where my ring was in the way. And then you're going to add a head. You're going to give your dancing giraffe a head. All you need is a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. There you go. And then we're going to add some antlers on there. Little horns. Shouldn't say antlers. 2 little lines here. A little circle on the top. And there is the body of our dancing giraffe. Now that I've used a colored piece of paper, I don't have to fill in a color for the body. But I do have other colors here where I can add on some details. Like the horns, the top of the horns. Maybe I'm going to color them in black. You can choose whatever color you'd like. Then I'm going to make some circles for my eyes. And a big happy face because this giraffe is very happy because he has his own dance. And then I'm going to add some feet onto the bottom of my fingers. And now we all know giraffes have some spots. So I think I might choose brown, but you could choose any color you'd like. And I'm just going to make some circles. Just like this. And this one looks like it's a little bit of orange too, so maybe I might add a little bit of orange around those. Add a little bit of color. There we go. And we need to color in our eyes. I think I'll use blue. And I might give my smile a little bit of red here. And there you have it, your very own giraffe's happy dance craft. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you had fun, and until we see you again next week, my friends, stay happy and healthy. Bye.